Hey, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good. How's it going?
Did y'all have a solid Christmas?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. I know John did. He was down on the beach.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Good times.
Where were you, John?
Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Nice.
Nice. That's awesome. I don't know about Jason. He's just coming down, getting over the flu. So, and our buddy Eric, he's out today. He's teaching his child how to go to the bathroom. So there's those life lessons, man.
Gotta do it.
Yep. Been there, done that. But got a lot to talk about today. But before we get going, again, I'd like to thank all of our Patreon members, everybody that supported us by buying this book. You still interested? The links are down below. Again, all the funds go towards supporting Minutes Wisely, where we send veterans and first responders to sporting events. We had a great 2023. We sent a veteran or first responder or both to every single Detroit Lions home game. We have one last game to an Air Force veteran, kid that my kids grew up with. He ended up joining the Air Force. We're sending him and his wife to the very last of the game next Sunday against the Vikings. Because of what happened last night, that game won't mean crap. So hopefully he still has a fun time. The Lions obviously won the division. So next Sunday, the only thing that matters for next Sunday is obviously they want to win, because you want to go into the playoffs on a positive note. But we'll get to last night's game here in a minute. I just want to thank everybody for their support in 2023. And we got a lot of great things coming down the pike for 2024. I'm in talks with the Titans, trying to get tickets to the brand new stadium. That won't be for another couple of years, though. But a lot of good things coming down. But so with that said, let's hear it from our sponsor, our show sponsor, Mr. Charlie.
What is going on, guys? It's your man Charlie right here from Single Tree Barbecue. Did you know we are on a mission to build community through undeniable hospitality and the perfect plate of barbecue? Y'all come check us out, 2805 Old Fort Parkway, right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 8, Sundays from 11 to 4. Give us a call at 615-307-0120. You can check us out on all the social platforms at Single Tree BBQ. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Appreciate all the support.
All right. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, before we get into college football, the bowl games, and what I feel like if the NCAA doesn't do something, I think they're going to ruin the freaking sport. And they have to do something fast. This is, you got Georgia out there beating the pants off of FSU 63-3 by 60 points. Man, you're in a damn bowl game and you lose by 60 points. Of course, half of Florida State's team was sitting out, but it was mostly offensive teams sitting out. Their defense was still intact, and Georgia still rung up 63 points on them. But we'll get that in a minute. Right now, I want to talk NFL. I have Motor City Dan Campbell queued up here to talk here in a second. I also have Jared Goff to talk about the game queued up, their post-game interviews. But sure, entire America had watched the game last night and saw the debacle at the very end. But hey, listen, man, I love Dan Campbell's heart and wanting to win the game, but sometimes you just have to pull back and take the 3 points. Like he left plenty of points on the table last night going for it on fourth down. When it works, it works. When it doesn't work, you screw your team. But yeah, I mean, it was a rough loss last night, but it's a loss that I kind of see where he was going, because the Lions had already locked up the North, and he was going for that number 1 or number 2 seed. But still, it's a little, leaves you a little bit of heartburn the next morning. So what happened was the Lions had a chance to win the game. they could either have tied the game or win the game with 23 seconds left. Dan Campbell, and he told his team before they even got the ball back, he said, "Hey, we're going to go down, we're going to score a touchdown, and we're going to go for 2, and we're going for the win." And that's what he did. And Jared Goff completed a pass at number 68, and then the refs threw a flag saying that he was ineligible. Clearly, number 68 walked over. You can see in the camera was panned on the circle of Lions players, and Jared Goff points over to the ref, says, "Hey, number 68, go check in. We're running a trick play." He goes over, checks in, comes back, runs the play. They score a touchdown, and he gets called back. Typical Detroit Lions loss. Not at their – I mean, I could point a lot of fingers in this game. Going for it on 4th down early on, not taking the 3 points, number 55 running past Dak Prescott in the end zone. Like, where are you going? There's plenty of finger point in this game. Usually a game like this would knock the Lions out of the playoffs, and the Lions fans will sit back. Okay, that was a great year. We got them next year. But that's not the case this year. We're playing for a number 1 seed. Didn't happen. What's your guys' take on this debacle?
Well, you live by the sword and you die by the sword. Coach Campbell, I love the guy. Going for it for them 2 points at the end of the game on the 3-yard line. Wow, what a fantastic call and a courageous call. I give it to him. It's clear to me that Dexter, number 68, did report. At least he went over to the white hat, way away from the huddle area, and as soon as he got there, the white hat turned around and left. So I don't know if Dexter said the word report. I'm sure he did. Why else would he be all the way over there, talking to the white hat with Skipper over there too, number 70, Anyways, so my take is the 3-yard line, 2-point thing was a friggin' home run. That was great. That was so much fun until the flag hit. Motor City Coach Campbell, when the ball's pushed back 7 yards at that point, at that juncture, you got to kick that extra point to tie the game. At that point, I'm questioning what's going on in his bucket between the ears. Is he, because he has a lot of faith in his team and he goes for it. I wonder if he's got some level of degenerate gambler going on, or something going on, because at he should have kicked that extra point at that point when he was at 7 yards. That's all I got on that.
I agree with you. I think like you said, Paul, you said it well. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. But if they just lost because they didn't kick the extra point, or they did it. They successfully, aggressively scored and reported and checked all the boxes, and it was taken out of their hands. That's what I can't sit with, is if I miss it, if I throw it incomplete, if I, don't even get that opportunity and we lose because I didn't go for the earlier field goal, that's fine. I can live with that. I can go tell my team, hey, this is where we need to get better. But when something like this happens, how do you fix that in practice? You have your guys go practice reporting to the ref. Right. It's not their job. Right, exactly. It's the ref's job. That's their job. They're supposed to be aware of this. It's like a basketball player subbing into the game. He can't, if he walks to the scores table, that's all they have to do in basketball is walk to the scores table. They don't have to say anything. Mm-hmm. If they miss it, they miss it. It's not on the player.
So I'm going to play Motor City Dan Campbell here in a second, but the crazy thing is he even told the refs, hey, we have some trick plays up our sleeve. This is what's going to happen. He laid it, and he literally said, I laid it out to the refs step by step. And then time comes to pull that trick play. He has his players go through the proper steps, and the refs throw a flag.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play it right now. You guys can hear it for yourselves.
Come down to the wire, and thought our defense played really well today. Minus one play that was in our hands. We did, but we were there to make a play. We didn't, and but other than that, I thought we did some really, really good things. Got off the field, got a takeaway, offense, 1:41 on the clock, no timeouts, lengthen the field, score, and go for two. We get it, and we get an L. So it's probably the way the guys fought. We just made too many critical errors there to where it shouldn't have come down there at the end. Look, credit to them. They played hard. We knew they would. They'd give us their best shot, and they play well at home. They did again. And we'll see them in a couple of weeks. Be good.
Yeah, what was the explanation you got on the 2 point?
70 reported.
Did Decker report as well?
Yeah, the explanation was 70 reported. Yes.
And do they need to announce that if both players report?
Two people can't report. I don't want to talk about it. All right. I explain everything pregame to a T. Okay, I did that. 70 reported, 58 didn't, or 68 didn't. We threw it to 68. That was the explanation.
Can you just explain the mentality to go for two there at the end? Obviously, you wanted to keep the game in your hand and try to win it.
Yeah, I told the offense that we were going down 1:41 left. We're going to go down and score, and then we're going to go for two and finish this game out. I told them that, and so that's what we were doing.
And being backed up, that didn't change anything when you get backed up to the
Backed
seven,
up where?
to the 7 instead of the 2 from the 2 point play. Did you think at all?
We were going for the win.
The last 2 point play, what happened on that? Was that, should James have caught that pass? What happened on that play exactly from your point of view?
We didn't connect. We didn't connect.
Well,
I thought it just started, my bad.
CD Lamb, just the game that he had against you guys today.
He's a good player, We tried to double him some, but we also wanted to pressure. When you pressure, we got to be able to hold up. And you get isolated, get some one-on-ones. He's a good player, we know that. But I thought we had the right balance. He's tough to contain. He's tough. But I thought our defense played pretty damn good today.
We can see the frustration in your face. Can you just explain where it comes from right now? Is it the result?
What would you be? Would you be frustrated right now?
Is it on the ball? Is it on the execution? What is
I don't like losing, Dave, and that's what happened. We lost, and that bothers me. It bothers me. I don't like having an L, so that's the frustration. I'm sorry. I don't mean it at you.
Yeah, well, coach, he's pissed, man.
Well, you know what? John just posted something really interesting here. It says there is no limit to the number of players who can report. That's what it says online.
Right.
So
I think he made a mistake last
yeah,
night.
he's in the moment. I mean, he's getting fired
Yeah.
with these questions. He's pissed off. That's
Yeah.
what he gets paid the big bucks for. I know.
Plus, he doesn't have to know the rules like that. It's not his job. I mean, it's better to know him more than not, but he doesn't have to know him to a T like the ref should. The ref should be able to tell him.
Yeah. And he literally just said that he broke the whole play down before the game even started to the refs. He said
They should have told him then.
Yeah. Like if that was an issue, should have told them then. They knew it was coming. For some reason, I just feel that the NFL didn't want to piss on Jimmy Jones's ring of freaking fire bullshit.
I'm thinking that
Jimmy Johnson.
Detroit was
Yeah.
thinking about that
That's the-
beforehand, as far as, because and if you send one player over to report, but send two players over, they don't know who reported. You know what I mean? They can't sit there and set the defense. So if it seemed like it was kind of a good move to be like, hey, we're going to send two people over, but one of them is going to report. So the defense can't be all over them. And the refs were kind of not ready for it.
But the ref's job is to go over to the defense and say, hey, so-and-so just reported.
Okay, so it is
Also-
on them to even tell them.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I saw something on social media, which 50% is crap anyway.
Right.
But I saw that a fan said he was in the stands and he heard the ref say number 70's reported eligible. So I don't know if that's a fact. If anybody was at that game that wants to chime in and say, yes, we heard that or not, that'd be great. So I don't know. It's just a shame.
Yeah, this is what Jared Goff has to say, and then we'll get on to college.
Just how frustrating is it to end the way it did, and what was any kind of explanation or you're seeing of how that 2-point play kind of ended up not counting?
Yeah, what I'll start with is we had plenty of opportunities, and it never comes down to one play, of course. And we didn't play our best on offense throughout most of the game, and did there towards the end in the second half. I thought we played a lot better, but I had plenty of chances to score. Certainly the drive before, bad play by me, and had plenty of chances to score. But yeah, put together a good 2-minute drive there, really good and tough at their place. I think we had a minute 40, no timeouts, and we were able to move the ball pretty good and get down there, get the touchdown, and get the 2-point conversion. And yeah, it sucks. It's unfortunate, man. I don't know if I've had this feeling before where you feel like you won and you didn't. And then with that being said, though, the next 2 plays we had shots at it. I had Cleef in the back of the end zone, got hit. If I can get that ball out a little earlier, we might have it. And then the last one, might have a chance somewhere. I don't know, but yeah, unfortunate. I don't know what's come out since at the end there, but sucks.
What was your conversations with the officials there? You're trying to say something.
When? Pretty confused. What I do know, and I don't know if I'll get fined for this, but I do know that Decker reported. I do know that Dan Skipper did not, and I do know that they said that Dan Skipper did. So it's unfortunate.
Can you explain? I think people maybe don't realize this. I don't know if you're part of these conversations or not, but you explain the trick plays that may come up to officials before the game. Can you just explain what goes on or that?
That's you ask Dan about that. I've got no idea.
We can see on the video, it looks like you're telling Decker to go over.
Yep.
Is that what you were doing on that,
Mhm.
that clip? Yeah.
Yep, and he did.
Did you asked Alex, does this game feel like it was taken from you in some ways? I mean, I know you said
No.
you have to make the plays, but
I don't. We had plenty of plays to make and plenty of opportunities to win that game, and I thought our defense played their tails off, and we did better towards the end on offense, but just not quite enough, obviously. And again, still had chances to do it there on the next 2 conversions. We had 2 more shots at it. Didn't get either of them, and but yeah, it's unfortunate. It came down to what it did, and I don't think it was. There was no. The fix is in. There's not that. They just messed it up, and it happens, and it's part of the game. But unfortunately, it happened on that play.
how about the contributions you got from Sam and Amon-Ra down
Yeah.
the stretch there?
Guys are studs, man. They're studs. We rely on them. They played well, I thought, all night, and yeah, they're both studs, and love throwing to them. Cool. Thanks.
So he's obviously
Wow.
dejected.
Well, there you go. That's somebody that was on the field said, "Go report." And I mean, that's pretty powerful right there.
Yeah. And now he's afraid to get fined over telling the truth. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like because the refs make poor calls out there, the players or the coaches, dear Lord, if they comment after the game about it, they get fined. I mean, there's no. It seems like, and I was a ref at high school football or whatever, and you get graded on your performance when you're out there. There's a guy in the stands with a clipboard, and he's grading you as the game goes on. And halftime, he meets up with you, the crew, and he goes over, hey, Paulie, on this play on a sweep, you should let the sweep go by you, move back, and we're getting critiqued, but in the NFL, I mean, at that level, you're talking business and millions of dollars, and if you make a mistake, billions. If you make a mistake out there, it's like these officials get away with no accountability for poor performance. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the NCAA, where I think the NCAA is ruining college football. And what I mean by that is this transfer protocol, the NIL. Yes, I do believe that the players should get paid. There's too much money out there flying around, and for these kids to be eating ramen noodles to survive to make it to the next day is ridiculous. But also, what is ridiculous is when you're showing up for a signing day and you pull up in a brand new Lamborghini and you're a 17-year-old kid in high school, like it's just out of hand. And it's literally, if the NCAA does not change fast before next year, they will ruin this game. And like, I won't even watch it, to be honest with you. I mean, not that, you know, they're going to lose money by me not watching, but I'm pretty sure there's other people. But, you know, the big cry was FSU should be in the college football playoffs. Well, Georgia plays them and they get rolled by 60 points. And like, okay, can you stop crying now? But the complaint is, well, half the team didn't sat out. Well, the defense didn't sit out. It was mostly offensive players that sat out. So your Florida State defense was out there, and you let Georgia roll up 63 points on you.
They hadn't scored 63 points all year, probably. So there's no way, even with their starters.
Yeah, and down the stretch, you know, the third, fourth strings were playing, and they were still running the ball on them. So before we get into this, Paul, you want to do your rant, because I don't want to take over your rant.
Please. No, Alabama, I'm sorry, guys. You know what I got? I got a rant about Alabama fans. You know what, people? Get rid of your stupid minds on Facebook and have some damn class. Good morning, people out there. Today, Paulie's little pissed off here, okay? So you might not want to eat or drink anything during this rant because you're going to choke on it after I get all hyped up, all right? This is what's going on out here. FSU, 24 players decided to stay out of the game and wear their damn jerseys on the sidelines with no pads. 24 of you, because you're going to the NFL and all this. You narcissistic, overly self-loved BS in this society is an example right there of that crap. You guys watched your teammates literally get mauled down 63-3, and you sat there on the sidelines in your damn jerseys with no pads on, and you thought that was okay. Are you crapping me? Are you crapping me? If you know what? If I was on that team and I was a coach, I'd say, if you don't suit up, you don't even show up on the sidelines. You're letting your teammates down. How do you think you got to where you are to be one of those 24 players that's going in the NFL? By your teammates. But your self-love, narcissistic crap, all right? You let your teammates get pummeled while you were sitting there with your cell phones probably and your damn jerseys. You should have went in at halftime, put the damn pads on, and get out there and help your teammates. That's it. It's ridiculous. And you know what? One more thing.
You said that was it.
No, you don't get to commit to the NFL prior to going to a bowl game. Okay? That should be a rule. NCAA, you're a soup sandwich. Your clutch doesn't engage. Whatever you want to say. I'm done. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah, man. So
is it that the bowl games are too close to draft day or something? Like, what is the excuse that bowl games get set out and not like conference championships?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense to me either.
And back to Paulie's point, that is on the coaches, man. Like, if I'm a coach and my kids are going to play or sit out, but they want to wear their jerseys and sit on the sideline, no, you guys are banned from the freaking game. If you want to watch the game, buy a ticket like everybody else. Get your ass out of here. Go home to your mom and your dad. I made a post on this. I don't know if it was yesterday, the day before. Like, this is the result of like the participation trophy. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I think it should hurt their draft stock when they sit out like this. You know, I think I would hope the NFL takes note of the players that are sitting out.
I was about to say that's all it is.
This is a team sport. Like this ain't about you; it's about your damn team. Is that how you're going to carry on in the NFL? When your team needs you, you're going to go sit out? It's bullcrap, man.
You know what happens here, Fleek? A lot of these athletes, it starts in 6th and 7th grade, and they get treated differently than everybody else.
Yeah, they put them on a pedestal.
Yeah, they put them on a pedestal at a young age because they're super freakish athletes.
Yeah,
and they get away with this stuff throughout high school and college. And you know what? It is just, like I said, narcissistic, overly self-love BS that goes on in society that, oh, well, I'm a brand. My name, myself, I'm a brand. I'm not going to put myself out there and get my brand hurt.
Yeah.
I got money to make.
Case in point, that quarterback from USC, he sits, and his backup goes out there and just lights it up like he's an all-star, like he's a Heisman Trophy candidate, you know? So I swear, I hope the NFL noticed that, and when it's draft day, I hope that kid drops to 3rd, 4th round. Probably won't happen, but
if I'm in, I got one question for all 24 of those guys in the combine when they got to sit there and do their interviews and all that by the coaches and stuff.
Yeah,
I would say, hey, Joe Billy Bob, you played for FSU. Your team was losing 63-3, and you were on the sidelines in your jersey with no pads. How'd that make you feel?
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel? And why didn't you go to the locker room and go put your pads on and get your A comma out there and play up? What kind of teammate are you?
Imagine these kids in the military, man. Your team is getting their ass handed to them on the war field, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to go sit out, man. We're getting killed. I'm going to go sit over here.
Yeah, because I'm up for rank.
Yeah. Get your ass in there and play the damn game.
This has been an era. This has been coming.
If you're getting NIL money, you should be obligated to play. These schools are paying you now. You're making a lot of money, and you're sitting out on your school. The school relies on you guys to make money for them. That's why you're getting paid. You're getting paid for a service. Now you're reneging on your freaking contract. The NCAA has to change, man. It has to change today.
Well, I mean, they got players out there in these bowl games, though. Starters sitting on the bench. They won't even play. I mean, NCAA. Exactly. I mean, yeah, your product is take a big hit this year with that nil and that portal thing going. And that the theatrics by a guy like Deion Sanders doesn't help college football either, because if you know some detail about him behind the scenes and how he is as a coach at Colorado, some of those things you would not really you would not want your little boy Johnny to go play for him at Colorado.
No, man, I saw some eye-opening interviews from former players. It's like, holy crap, man, that dude is a horrible human being.
He's got a red carpet where his players can't step on. They got to take to his office. They got to take their shoes off to walk on this red carpet, and he's got a sign on the door: if you weren't asked to be here or something, don't come in.
Yeah.
I mean,
were you asked to walk in this door?
You know, I've never had in any competitive sport a coach like that. Ever.
And then also on top of that, when they call a kid in there. The kid asked Coach Prime a question. Coach Prime just looks at his assistant coaches, and they answer for him. Like, you can't even give him common courtesy of looking at this kid's face and answering his damn question.
You know what it is? It's this. Hey, the Godfather syndrome. Kiss my ring before you talk to me. You know what I got to say, Dion? Kiss my before I talk to you.
KMA.
KMA. That's right.
That's what I say.
Hey, and I just want to say something. Thank you, all you viewers out there, for the whole year chiming in. Happy New Year's. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all for sure. So I just want to run down some of the key bowl games real quick. Obviously, Georgia beat FSU 63-3. Ole Miss beat Penn State 38-25. Missouri beat Ohio State 14-3. This is what I've been saying all year. Michigan, Ohio State, they look like they're ready for the next level. You're not ready for the SEC. I've been saying, like, people call me a hater on social media. I'm not hating. I'm spitting facts.
It's the eye test.
For the last 100 years, Michigan, everybody's like, oh, this is Michigan's year. Michigan's got this great team. Every year they suck in the postseason. And I'm not a hater on Michigan. I would love for my home state to be represented. It's hot garbage. When this team has to play in the SEC, it's hot garbage, man. The SEC's on another level. Ohio State got beat by Missouri.
I think
What's that, John?
I think he lied about the Michigan representing his home state. That would be like me saying I wish North Carolina would represent my home state.
I really do wish they
national
were.
Championship.
I really do wish that Michigan was on Alabama or Georgia's level. They're not.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I think you're right about that, but Michigan's team's good this year. Michigan's team, I think, is better than the past teams. But you're right. They have to pass the test. They haven't passed the test yet. They have to pass the test. They still should be given the chance. They're that good. But
there's a sign in their locker room that says, for those who stay will be champions. Where the fuck's the championships at?
Oh, we're getting fined for that
they
one.
Haven't passed the test. I'm with you on that. But
we're getting fined.
Crazy. It goes all the way back to Bo Schembechler days. He goes to the Rose Bowl and he gets his ass beat.
Hey, can I go through the picks real quick for tomorrow's big matchups? If you guys want to do that, I got real quick.
You want to know who I have for the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Michigan.
I got for tomorrow's games real quick. I'm going with Bama. It should be a slugfest defensively. I think Michigan, Blake Corum, he's got some great inspirational leadership on that team. I think the team's attempting to Michigan's actually attempting to be the first team since 2011 to only allow 10 points per game. You know who the team was that last did it? Alabama in 2011. So I'm going with Bama in that game. I think pass rusher Dallas Turner is going to turn it on. Milroe, the quarterback, he's built like a bodybuilder. This kid, if you ever see, this kid is built. He's going to pass. He's going to rush. I go with Bama. In the Texas-Washington game tomorrow night, I got my Longhorns, baby. Hook 'em horns, baby. I got Ewers, the quarterback. He's coming to his own. I think tight end Sanders and him connect with wide receiver Worthy. I think it's gonna be a shootout in that game. Washington does have top 5 offense in the NCAA, led by Phoenix Jr. But tomorrow my picks are Bama and Texas for the victory. That's it. John, who you got?
very, very well said. I don't know how I follow that up. No,
You should have went last.
Yeah.
Or Jason? I don't know.
I honestly, Texas over Washington. I think you nailed that one. It's going to be a good game. I think that's basically your national championship. Because I'm always wrong, I'm going to take Bama.
There you go.
That one's for you, Jason.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What do you got, Jason?
Well, I got Texas, but I got to say is Michigan, Texas.
All
No
right.
more words than that.
Okay.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll let the play do the talking.
All right.
Well, since everybody's taking Texas, I'm gonna go ahead and take Washington, man.
Ah.
That quarterback, he's gonna light it up tomorrow. And
So you think Washington, Michigan then? All right, cool.
yeah, I think Alabama handles Michigan, man. Like it just doesn't pass the eye test to me.
You think it's like a 20-point game? Or like
Oh god.
I have no idea. I
you,
don't know.
Are you eligible? Are you going to go play?
Yeah, are you? Oh, look at that! You got his big fat head stuck. That was all ego that got stuck in there.
Yeah, my grape got stuck in the helmet.
Yeah. I don't know if Michigan is favored. Are they still favored by a touchdown? Point and a
Just
half.
a point and a half.
I think Alabama takes care of business, man.
1.5 is a toss up in football.
I'm going to say if you want a number, I say Alabama by at least 10.
At least 10. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think those Michigan boys know what they're in for.
We'll see.
Corum is a baller, though. I will say that, man. That guy comes out of games and his face is all bloody, and like he just doesn't have no give up in him. He's like a little pit bull out there. But I don't believe that Michigan has played a defensive line like they're going to see in Alabama. Those boys are big down there. They're fast.
They're deep. They'll replace one big guy with an even bigger guy.
Yeah, next man up in Alabama.
Well, they'll just get some fresh legs in. Sometimes they just substitute guys, and you're just like, man, is this not a starter?
Yeah, I'm just going by the eye test here. The Big Ten's just not that good, man.
Yeah.
They look like they're good when they're playing each other. I've said this since day one. You put another, put the SEC in there, and who knows what's going to happen next year with who's USC and was it Oregon? Who's
USC, Washington, Oregon, and UCLA.
Yeah, Michigan, Ohio State. Good luck from here going out. So if you want that natty, this is the year to do it because you're not going to sniff it for a while.
I'm not really scared of any of those teams personally.
Washington
can be pretty scary sometimes.
Yeah, like you went. You're going to see what
Washington
happens.
had a good year this year, but they're not usually undefeated.
They're not.
They usually fumble something.
I'm just saying, like they're better than Penn State or.
I'd rather play any of them
Rutgers.
over Bama. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, hell yeah. I think everybody would say that about anybody.
We also have to play Texas next season too. So.
That's scary. That's a game, the toss-up game. It's one of those games that it could come out really good if you win, but it could be one play that decides the whole game, and those games are tough.
Yeah. Yes. So.
I got Johnny Fisher from the audience says, go Michigan and go Texas tomorrow. Okay. All right.
Do I want Alabama to win? No, I'm sick and tired of them winning. Sick and tired of Georgia winning, but it is what it is, man.
Well, that goes back to your point, Fleek. The SEC, I don't care.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is just me, SEC is dominant. And the players and the athletes that they get down there in them programs are just a step above.
Your coaches, too.
Yeah. Nick Saban and the CFP. Come on, man. How do you beat that?
Yeah. You're right.
So, Alabama had some nail biters this year, too. But then again, Alabama's playing SEC teams.
Yeah.
So. Yep, I think Michigan gets exposed, but
Maryland beat the snot out of Auburn.
Yeah, but Auburn was what, 6-6?
Yeah, but they almost beat Bama.
The
Iron Bowl.
They should have beat Bama.
Yeah, but look, it's the Iron Bowl, man. Both those teams always come to play.
It's a bowl game too.
The hype will be there.
It's a bowl game in the South at that.
For sure. But Nick Saban's had how many weeks to sit and get ready for Michigan?
I'm not saying it's going to be easy.
You could say that on the other side too. Jim Harbaugh.
Well,
he knows his team.
Jim Harbaugh had all kinds of time to get ready for this game.
Yeah, he had the whole season.
Sit out 6. He's been out 6 games.
Yeah, true.
Well, heck, Michigan was winning without him in there. Anyway.
Again, who was he beating?
Yeah, I get it.
Michigan don't play anybody.
Right. I think Michigan has got a real powerful team this year, to be honest with you.
They don't do it this year. I don't know.
If they don't do it this year, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I think they got a real tough team this year.
And I don't think Harbaugh will be in Michigan next year.
Hopefully he'll go to the Chargers. No offense, Jason, but we could use him.
He's a weird dude, man, but he was a great coach.
Well, Bradley, whatever, Stanton, who we just fired, he was weird. He was really weird, but he was not good either.
Did he have sleepovers with his players?
I don't know if he was that weird, but
I mean, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Let's go watch film, guys.
Oh my God.
I'll bring the popcorn. Ask your mom if she'll cook us something while I'm over there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll pick up some Dunkin' Donuts and have some donut decorating party. That's cute. All right. Sorry, John.
Off the trails.
Yeah, we're off the
Off the
trail.
tracks.
We've
So,
lost it.
That was funny though.
but hey, listen, on the bright side here, the Detroit Pistons won a game.
I mean,
Jason,
Man.
what you got to say about that? Look at him. He's
that's like
disgusted.
winning the Super Bowl for the Lions.
Yeah,
Well, here's the thing. They didn't get to 29, man. They don't hold the record by themselves. At least they can say that.
But that tied the record for all sports, NBA, NFL, everybody, whoever, most consecutive losses.
it was still the most consecutive losses in a single season, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
The other records were between 2 seasons.
You know what? There's nowhere else to go but up from here.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at them, they're not a bad team. I mean, obviously they're bad. They've only won 2 games this year.
Hold on.
But they're not terrible. Like, if you look at them on
They're
paper,
pretty
they
bad.
almost beat the Celtics a couple
They
days
don't have
ago.
a leader. They don't have like a stud.
They were up, 22 against
I
the
want to read you guys.
Celtics?
Okay, look. These are their NBA rankings and like per game stats, right? Points per game, 27th. Field goal percentage, 22nd. 3-point field goals per game, 29th. 3-point field goal percentage, 28th. Rebounds, 19th. Assists, 20th. Steals, 29th. Turnovers, tied 29th. True shooting percentage, 26th. Offensive rating, 28th. Defensive rating, 26th.
So they're just playing like
So they're not last.
They're not last in any
They're
one
close.
category, but
Yeah, they're not last
combined
in
all
any
those
one.
categories, they're probably last.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cumulatively
That's bad.
wise,
That's bad. You're not playing good basketball. I
rough.
mean,
Yeah.
you're underachieving at that point with those numbers.
Cade needs
No
help.
matter who you-
Cade
Yeah.
Cunningham needs help.
He's a beast, dude. He
He's
dropped 41 in a loss.
Well, what about this, guys, on the basketball thing now? So at the end of the season, when the draft comes up, I forget, is it the
lottery.
lotto or is it by the worst team gets
Lottery.
first pick?
But
lottery.
that's how you get
Lottery.
more balls in the or less balls, I guess.
The Pistons
is
had
the worst
the
record you have.
For the
best
draft?
chance to
Okay.
get the number 1 pick last year, and they got the worst possible scenario. They picked 5th?
Third, I thought.
It was 5th.
It's 5th.
All right. So the
Yeah,
only
so-
advantage they get is they get to drop more balls in that thing for number of picks.
I will say,
Well, top 3 all have the same amount.
Oh,
Yeah.
they do?
and
worst
yeah, because
three,
once you get down to
probably.
3, it's like can't really. They don't want to be picking the same team out like 5 times in a row.
Oh, right. I got you.
They just do 1 each. They also last year was bad because it was basketball is very draft dependent depending on the year. Sometimes the draft is like you could draft 10th just as well as you could draft number 1.
Right. Yep.
Well, sometimes it's even better. But last year there was a superstar, and yeah, that would have been a big addition for
Yeah.
Detroit.
So last year's hurt really bad.
Yeah,
There was one guy that stood out among everybody else.
Yeah.
And
Literally.
Detroit ended up
Okay.
with the worst possible
Yeah.
place.
Well,
Their
I mean,
draft
hey,
pick is still good. He's still a good player, but he's not going to turn losses into wins. You know, he's not.
well,
that
in
good.
hockey, hey, it worked out for Chicago with the lottery. We got Connor last year.
Oh yeah, with hockey. Yeah.
That kid's
Yeah,
out
with
there
hockey.
killing it, man. Holy hell.
Yeah, that kid is 18 years old, and Wayne Gretzky said that Michigan shot that he made the other day or last week or whatever. He goes, when I was playing, I couldn't do that. He goes, the kid's special, and that's coming from Wayne Gretzky.
Yep.
That's why I like baseball. It's like you really got to know who you're drafting. You know, you could draft somebody in the second round, but if you've seen him and you know you could develop him, he could be the next big thing.
Well, that's like the baseball now. The Cubs, they went and stole the Milwaukee Brewers manager for $40 million this year, and yet they have yet to do anything beyond that in the offseason. Cody Bellinger is still out there waffling around. They haven't signed him. They haven't done anything except sign this coach. Now I hear that the Cubs will have the number 1 farm system in 2024. Is that, I don't know how true that is, but I mean,
that's a constantly changing thing.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's probably preseason, but by the
the
end of the
crazy
year,
thing-
depending on how they do.
The crazy thing about the MLB draft is against all the others, like if you draft a kid number one in the NFL, NBA, or NHL, they're going to play on day one.
Mhm.
In the MLB, it could be 3 or 5 years before that kid even sees the big leagues. It's
Oh, right.
crazy.
Yeah, it goes down to the minors. Yeah.
Yeah, you start off all the way at the bottom of the minors. You have to work your way up 5 freaking levels before you can even make it to the
And
big
that's
leagues.
just from experience. That's from people going straight in and seeing how much of a jump it is, no matter what competitive type of baseball they were playing. Unless they were playing in like Cuba,
Right.
they're not going to translate. It's not going to come. It's not going to translate. It's tough.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball is very tough.
Yeah. Yeah. If I had the chance in any sport to be a professional athlete, it would have been baseball.
Baseball, I always get the itch this time of year, man. Like, when are the pitchers and catchers report? It's got to be less than a month away.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I
that's
freaking
going to
love
be.
it. I love that time of year, man.
It's the best time to play baseball. I love playing March. Go down to Florida, watch some baseball. It's awesome.
It's amazing going down there to watch the spring ball.
Yeah.
And they're super approachable. You can go down there and talk to them, talk to the players.
Oh, right. You're on the other side of a chain link fence.
Yeah. They're signing autographs.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as that opening day starts up, forget about all that stuff.
That's when I realized too that when I went to spring training, I was like, man, it would be so much better if I knew Spanish, because every player on the field knows it's talking in Spanish. They're all talking in Spanish, and you would be able to communicate with them a lot better.
Yeah, my wife and I went down to a game. This is probably like 10 years ago, and Jim Leland was walking right by us, and my wife walked right up to him and talked to him, and he signed the playbook for us.
That's nice. Yeah,
It was freaking awesome, man. I love that.
Awesome.
All right, so did you want to talk about LeBron getting screwed before we? Oh yeah, there it is, right there.
Bam.
Yeah, that was super cool. Did you want to talk about LeBron getting screwed on his birthday there, John?
Typical. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, that's one cool thing about the NBA though, is during while they were reviewing, they just walk over to the scores table and review it. So the players are literally looking at the same camera that the refs are, and they're like pointing at it. Like, are you? I could only imagine they're saying, "Are you not seeing what I'm seeing?" Like,
right.
It was close, sure, but like it was closer. And
but the video is right there. I'm looking at it. I'm like, he's totally behind the line. You can see the hardwood in between his foot and the line.
And that's my thing. It's not like the line and the court were a similar color. I feel like a referee was just trying to make a name for himself or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. It's regular season, so it is what it is.
Yeah, but the crazy thing, it was a reviewable play. They reviewed it, and they still said indisputable evidence. Like, what the hell?
That's where,
all of America can see that LeBron James is. And let me reiterate, I am not a LeBron James fan. I could care less if he ever played another game.
Yeah, I think we all got that.
I think everybody watching knows that.
That's my point, though. He got screwed.
Yeah.
Like, I'll call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got screwed.
Yeah, what's fair is fair. If the replay showed he was clearly behind the line. I mean, come on, how can they get that wrong?
So wait, John, you're a Knicks fan, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this trade?
What is it?
Oh, you haven't seen it? OG Anunoby. The Raptors sent OG Anunoby.
I heard about this.
RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly.
I'm not an RJ Barrett fan. I loved Emmanuel Quickly. He's great off the bench. But RJ Barrett, I watched him play a lot at Duke, and he was good when he had somebody else to draw the attention, like Zion. Mm-hmm. But Jalen Brunson doesn't require a whole lot of. You can only put a guard on him. You're not going to take anybody else and put it. So RJ Barrett is not strong enough to drive and consistently get to the rim, and his shooting hasn't been consistent enough since he's been in the league. I think he's one of those guys that suffered from the 3-point line moving back for him from college to pros. So I'm not mad at that. I like the pick. It's going to put us to the next level. I mean the defensive player we get out of it anyways. He's him with Mitchell Robinson. That's a pretty good defense, man. We're solid at the rim. And he's versatile too. He's like a Julius Randle where he could guard most players on the court. So I like it. We'll see where it takes us. It's not a superstar blockbuster trade, but I don't think we need a blockbuster trade.
Mm-mm.
But we definitely needed to do something. So what do you
Yes.
think about it?
I mean, I'm
From a third party.
I'm kind of indifferent. I feel like losing RJ Barrett's not much, but losing a 6-man like Emmanuel quickly kind of sucks. But
Yeah, it does. He's good, man. He's fantastic off the
Yeah.
bench. I mean, sometimes he comes off the bench and leads the team in scoring.
yeah,
Insane. And
We'll
he's
see.
consistent.
Having a nice 3-and-D is always good in this league. So
Yeah. But we had to, we're just underachieving this year. Losing games we should be winning. And
7th in the Eastern right now, I think. So
yeah, it's just over 500, 17, 15. And if you want to compete in the East, you got to be able to beat Boston. So
Hey,
definitely.
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys want to do something like get together on halftime at the Alabama-Michigan game and just talk a couple minutes and break it down?
love to.
Yeah.
You guys gonna be available?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be here.
We'll be here.
Yeah, let's try to do that. I'll see if Eric is available too.
All right. Good idea.
Put out the word, man. I mean, we don't have to be a long. We'll just break it down.
Break
might
the
have to-
game down.
Yeah, I might have to eat my words. I might have to apologize to America.
Well, that's the beauty about sports is you can have your own opinion.
Yeah.
And it, it's not earth shattering. It's not impacting anybody's life.
Right. Also, before we break down, like, this is a pretty long show, man, and we have 7 people watching live right now. So appreciate you all. I just want to point out, for the first time ever, our show is live on Instagram. It was supposed to be live on Instagram last week, but I screwed it up. You have to do something different. There's some hoops you got to jump through, but I'm looking at it right now, and we're definitely live on Instagram right now. So all you Instagram peeps out there, what up? And it's live on Minutes Wisely Instagram, by the way, not on NBR's. But
You love us, you hate us, whatever the case, just watch us.
yeah, we're just a couple guys here just BSing about sports and trying to save some lives in the meantime.
Mhm.
So it's a win-win situation.
We're
Yeah.
on episode 94 too.
94.
Countdown
So
to 100.
I'm gonna start putting that in the.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I'll start
man.
putting that in the title. So maybe on episode 100 we should do something big. Maybe do a giveaway.
Pop some confetti.
Yeah. Maybe get some. I don't know. If I can swing it, maybe we'll get a set of like Preds tickets and give them away on the 100th episode.
That'd be cool.
There you go, folks. Chime in.
Yeah.
Might get the chance.
5 weeks, you could go to a freaking Preds game.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll start pushing that on your social media, everybody.
We'll do.
Hey, we'll do something like you have to be live on the show or something too. We'll do like the random raffle
Yeah, I like
giveaway.
that.
Yeah,
Out of-
they'll
out of
force
town-
them to watch us, and
Yeah.
Do it at the very end.
Yeah.
Out of towners, you're gonna have to pay for your own flights, though.
yeah, we're not paying for travel.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Got the tickets.
I just
Send the
had to put that
tickets
out
to your
there.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not no travel agency here. We're just giving tickets away.
Yeah.
And the key is you have to take pictures and send them to us so we can blast it all over social media.
Hmm.
Just throw your bag on Spirit Airlines. Oh, wait a minute. That costs $100 if you do that extra beyond your ticket.
Or
Never
if
mind.
you're watching from Detroit, maybe I'll take you. And if you win, maybe I'll just take you to the Ottawa game when I'm in town at the end of the month. I don't know if
Boom.
that'll be 5 weeks though, because I go at the end of the month. That might be kind of close.
I
A
don't
day,
think it's
a day
quite
with
5 weeks.
Fleekster.
Pardon?
Go ahead, Jason.
I said I don't think it's quite 5 weeks, but
Yeah, we
I'll
can do a
this.
giveaway and get the tickets afterwards if it's somebody in Detroit.
Yeah, we'll figure something
Yeah,
out. There'll definitely be a giveaway, a cool
work
giveaway.
something out.
We'll
Giving
work
stuff
something
away.
out.
So there you
But,
go, people. Tune in on the 100th episode.
Yeah, watch
5
somebody in
weeks.
like somebody in
Make
Texas
sure
is gonna win.
you're live and make sure you comment. There'll be a buzzword that we're gonna put out there. You have to put the buzzword in to be in the raffle, and it'll be a big giveaway.
There you go.
I'll think of something like maybe hashtag NBR or something like that.
Hashtag Yankees 28th championship.
Hashtag Yankees suck. Hashtag stop going for it on 4th down and let's win a game when we want to win a game.
Oh my goodness.
All my hashtag teams are terrible right now, so I'm not going to put.
By the way, this young man right here, he had a hell of a game, man.
Oh,
J-Mo.
William? Yeah.
Hell of a player.
Yeah. that
Hey,
guy
what
is-
about CD Lamb? I mean,
Oh, he was amazing, man. He literally won the game for the Dallas Cowboys.
227 yards receiving. I mean, the guy
Yeah,
is something
he
else.
broke Irvin's
Irvin's.
record while Irvin was
Two of
in
them.
attendance
Oh yeah,
watching
yeah,
the
he did.
game.
Yep.
Receptions and yards.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
he
hard to
smoked
cover
it.
one-on-one. I mean,
He still has a whole nother game to play to
He's hard to cover, period.
smash
yeah,
that record.
yeah, that was yeah.
Sutton's a liability out there.
Yes. Grit. A little too much grit last night, buddy. Take the points. Yeah, when CJ Gardner coming back, man, we need him back there.
I'm sure they'll sit him until the playoffs.
I think, well, definitely now because there's no reason to play him in Minnesota. But he would have been nice to have out there against have him on CD. But hey, listen, let's bring on the Rams in the wild card, and then the divisional game. Let's go back to Dallas, man. I'm ready. After I saw what I saw last night,
That's
Dallas
very
doesn't-
beatable. Yeah.
Dallas does not scare me in the playoffs.
No, you guys played really tough. You should have won that game yesterday. Let's get
did
beyond the
win.
refs, but just basic play. You guys
Yeah.
should have won that game. I mean,
I
but
would
you-
go into practice next week as if you won a game.
yeah,
And
but
just
you
keep
didn't.
rolling.
You didn't. So you got to beat Minnesota.
What are you going to
You know-
do? Make them run? I mean, I just keep
Right.
it rolling.
Right.
Let's
Yeah,
keep
I
it
mean-
rolling, man. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the Super Bowl is going to be Baltimore and the Niners anyway. But
Is that
you
what
know.
the Super Bowl colors are too? Red and purple.
Yeah.
yeah, so I think those are the two top teams right now. See what happens in the playoffs, but
think
Ravens
you'll
and
be right.
Niners are a step above everybody.
That's going to be close to our 100th episode, Super Bowl.
Yeah, February 11th.
That actually might fall exactly.
Especially if we
on it.
do an episode at halftime.
So what's 5 weeks from now?
Yeah, 5 weeks. What is that? Is that going to be our 100th episode?
It's the
No, 'cause
4th
five would be February 4th. So it'd be the weekend.
weekend before.
That would be
That-
99
that's
though,
the-
wouldn't it?
That's the dead weekend.
What's that, Jason?
That would be 99 though, wouldn't it? Because this is 94.
Oh,
Yes,
94,
that would be 99.
95, 96.
So the week after that, which
Oh, yeah.
actually might fall Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday is our 100th.
Holy cow!
So if we don't do a halftime episode, though, if we do a halftime episode, that'll jump us up one.
That
Wow.
is true. If we do a halftime episode Monday, let's
We'll
do
figure
the
this post show.
we'll figure it out. I think we should do let's do the giveaway on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, I think Jason's got it
Or you
right.
want- I don't know. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we'll
it
figure
would
it
be
out.
nice to do 100 episode giveaway, but it would
Well-
also be cool doing a Super Bowl giveaway too. Maybe we do swag on Super Bowl Sunday and do the giveaway and all. I don't know. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about it offline.
We've been here for an hour, so
Yes, that's our longest episode. All right, we're gonna peace out. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for a very successful 2023. See y'all in 2024.
nice.
And roll damn tide. Wait a second.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Clip that.
I would love for my team. I would love for my city to be represented, or my state to be represented. And then he says, "Roll, damn tide."
tide. I told you it was a lie.
No, I gotta stand by my pick, man.
Prediction.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
Instagram disconnected.
Yeah, Instagram only goes for 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So,
they're gonna miss
1
this
hour.
magical last 38 seconds.
Yeah. So all right. We'll see y'all. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for a great 2023. See you in 2024, everybody.